Hey nail fam, it's your girl Tia Bella and I am doing a nail collab today with Nailed by Brandi. I will have her Instagram as well as her YouTube channel up on the screen. We are collaborating to do this anti-Valentine nail design set. This was absolutely fun and I can't wait to show you how I did them. So please keep on watching.
It's not for me to say you love.
Hello again. Thank you so much for joining. Okay, so in terms of these nails, I've already applied my peel off base coat and already cured my nails. And I did this little extension here. Like I took one of my long squares that I got from AliExpress. And then these are the half cover C-curve tips that I got from SheIn that I actually never used. I ran out of my 3XLs from AliExpress. So this was all that I had. So I kind of just took one of these and then I trimmed the long nails and kind of like glued them on with some glue that I found in one of some packages that I have. So that's why these nails look so weird. So now that I have got them filed in shape, I'm going to go ahead and apply them on. And I'm going to be using this DIY gel from Nail Couture. It is one of the best products I've ever used to adhere my nails. And it goes on really well. It doesn't move once I put it there. I just hold it down and then flash cure it with a mini UV lamp for around 10 to 15 seconds. And here is how that nail is looking so far. So I tried my best to file it. That's okay. We're going to add some base gel to that to kind of get it all built up. And I did the other fingers off camera and that's how they look. I actually kind of like how C-curves look. I thought they would have been like cutting into my finger, but they are actually pretty much okay. Now, because I don't want to break these nails, I'm just going to use some of this nail polish remover that has acetone in it to kind of buff my nails versus using a buffing block to smooth this out. So that's what I'm going to be doing here. And also be sure to check out Nailed by Brandi's video. She's going to have a video up as well. Be sure to check her out. Be sure to subscribe to her channel and also follow her on Instagram. She's doing an amazing job at coming up with really creative nail designs and some long nails too. So shout out to Brandi. Good job on there. And here I am now using the thickest base coat I have to try and fill in some of this gap between these two nails. So I'm going to try to build this as much as I can to get it kind of straight. I'm not looking for perfection here. Just want to get it straight enough that I could possibly get it to. And that's how that's looking so far. So not too bad. Okay. Now that I have my base coat on and I've cured my nails, I'm going to go in with my first color of this gel polish and I'm going to be using Billionaire from Makartt. So once I apply the first layer of this Billionaire, I'm going to cure this under my UV lamp for around 45 seconds. And then I'm going to go in with the second layer just to build up that opacity and cure that again for another 45 seconds. And then once I have both layers cured, now I'm going to go ahead and get started on applying a little splash of color to this nail. Now, the idea for this first nail is just to have a little bit of color in the background. And then I'm going to go in and try to draw some candy hearts. But these candy hearts are not going to be the typical candy hearts. They're actually going to be devil candy hearts. And I want them to pop a little bit. So that's why I'm just going to go in with a few splashes of these three colors onto this nail. Once I have these three colors onto this nail, and you're just going to go and put it really random. I'm going to cure all of them under my UV lamp for 45 seconds and then apply a layer of matte top coat. I'm going to be using this matte top coat here from Makartt, and all you need is just one layer over this entire design. Now, because I am actually going to be doing some line work and drawing onto these nails, I find that drawing onto a matte surface works really best for me. And also the top coat is going to protect this design that I've done already. So I'm going to grab these Vettsy liner gels that I have because they're kind of like pastel colors. And then I also have these line art brushes just in case I need to fill in some areas because they're a little thinner than the brushes from Vettsy. So we're going to get started now, and we're going to draw our first heart. And our first heart is going to be a blue candy heart. And you want to just try to hold your hand as steady as possible. Trying to draw on camera, I've always mentioned this is very difficult, but I want you to see the process of me drawing just in case there's somebody out there that just needs a little bit of help. Don't try to draw the whole heart in one go. Go in sections because these brushes are thicker than the regular line art brushes. So there's a chance that you will lose control because of the brushes. So start off by trying to make like a half moon to the top of the nail for the hearts, and always go smaller or go thinner, and then you can always build it out. Don't try to get it perfect at the first time. Like this takes lots of practice. Even I still need more practice. Once you have that first curve, then you can just loop it on down and bring it on down to the tail. And then you will need to take off some of the excess polish in order to get a really thin tail. So I find try to drag some of the polish that you have and then remove some of the excess polish, and then you can make that final tail to the bottom. And if you feel like that this brush is too thick, because it is, you can always just use one of the thinner line art brushes to create that tail. And then once you're done, take off the excess again, and then just pull down on that polish at the top of the heart to kind of fill in the rest of the nail, because if you don't kind of pull it down and try to make it a little bit flat, it might not cure properly because it's kind of thick. So I do this exact same thing for the pink heart and also for the purple heart. So again, go in sections, get the top part of your heart done first, scoop it on down, bring it on down to the tail, wipe off any excess gel polish, and then fill in the rest. Okay, so the hearts are done and we have cured them for 45 seconds. Now we need to go and try to do a little bit of writing in the center. And for this first heart, I'm going to do like a heart break kind of outline on there. So I'm taking my red gel liner and I'm going to use my line art brush because I need this line to be super fine. And I'm just going to draw some little squiggly zigzag line on here. And that's my first heart break. I did go off camera to do the other ones, and you can see that there's a sad heart and then there's a FU at the bottom, and that's kind of my anti-Valentine kind of thing going on in my head. Now, for these candy hearts, I am going to go ahead and outline them using this glitter line art gel that I got from, I believe, AliExpress. You can also find these on Amazon as well. I did a video of these as well. So again, hold your hand and finger and nail very steady. Hold your breath. Don't pass out. Try to stay alive and just take your time and draw your lines and you'll be okay. Using the matte, definitely the matte top coat makes a difference with these lines going on really smooth. Once I'm done with the lines, then I just draw my little tails at the bottom and then I draw my little, devil horns. I'm going to go in and try to do like some little hearts, kind of like airbrush looking hearts. And I have these little stencils here. I don't remember where I got the stencils from. They may have come from an Amazon kit or maybe an AliExpress haul. I'm not sure. I had these for a while though. And I'm just going to cut out two little pieces and I'm going to use these stencils and place one to the top, one to the bottom. And then I'm going to go in with this little sponge thing here and kind of just stamp some hearts. These are going to be really faint in the background, kind of airbrush looking hearts. And I'm going to use white gel liner onto my stamping sponge here and just kind of stamp it on. It's very simple, very easy. If you have stencils hanging around, or even if you have stickers, you could kind of create like that airbrush look. Now, once you are done sponge stamping, you take the stencil off. You don't cure it. You take the stencil off first and then you cure it. So as you can see, I'm kind of peeling off this stencil here. You can see that beautiful heart design come out. Be sure to clean up around your skin areas. Like if there's any polish that kind of got onto your skin, try to clean it up as quickly as you can. All right, so I cured this under my UV lamp for around 30 to 45 seconds. And now I'm just going to go in with some little twinkle stars, or I think people call them starbursts or 4-point stars or whatever. I like to call them little twinkle stars. So you're just going to take a little dot, put a little dot there, and then you're just going to draw the 4 points with your little brush by just dragging out 4 tails from that dot. And that was the purple glitter gel liner. And now I'm just going to add in a little hint of blue. So I'm going to do the exact same thing and put down 2 dots of this blue glitter gel liner. And then I'm going to create those 4 little lines to create that beautiful twinkle star. Now we are finally done with this one finger. Let me tell you, this was a long one. All right, so once you are satisfied with your little anti-Valentine design going on, you're going to grab some top coat. I'm using the Makartt top coat. Apply it all over the nail and give it its final cure for 45 to 60 seconds. Right, so here is how our first nail is looking after it's been cured. Not too bad. The shape could be a little bit better, but that's okay. So I went ahead and applied some base gel to the other nails except the ring finger. And for the index, middle, and pinky finger, we're just going to go in with those same 3 gel polishes that we used on the thumb. So it's going to be that kind of purple, the pink, as well as the blue. And these are all from Makartt as well. These are kind of a little bit sheer with a hint of glitter in them as well. Absolutely beautiful colors, very gorgeous. And these are from the Mariposa Mayhem collection, I believe. Definitely go and check out Makartt. I do have a discount code if you want to purchase any of the gel polishes that I am using for this nail set. Feel free to check my description box. And I go in with 2 layers of each one of these gel polishes and give them a cure before moving on. Okay, so I have my Makartt rhinestone glue here, and then I also have some bling here in front of me. I'm not sure which one I want to use yet. I have these hearts here that I got from SheIn, as well as these. I believe all of these blings came from SheIn, if I remember correctly. If not, it came from AliExpress, one of the two. So I'm going to go in with a layer of top coat, and then I'm going to go ahead and apply a line of this rhinestone glue to the center of the nail where I'm going to be putting my rhinestones. And I've already kind of organized them onto this little mat here, so I know how I'm going to place them down. Always try to organize your rhinestone before you put on the rhinestone glue, because sometimes the glue can start to wobble and slide all over the place. So now let's move on to this final design that's going to be on my ring finger here. And for this one, we are going to do, I don't know if you've seen those trendy little hearts that have like different rings of hearts and different colors all around them. So that's what we're going to attempt to do on this ring finger here. And we're going to start off with the smallest heart. Again, take your time. Go very thin first, and then you could always fill in around the area. Don't try to draw the outer area first. Always draw the center of your heart first, and then fill in the areas around it. Once I have this first heart down, then I go and flash cure it for around 15 seconds before I move on to the next ring of the heart. And I'm going to be alternating between a solid base color, and then I'm going to use a glitter gel liner, then another base color, and then another glitter, and then another base color, and so on until I have this heart filled out. Always work in sections. Take your time. There's no reason to rush. Now, if you find yourself struggling, as we all can from time to time, and don't worry about my skin, they're going to have some cuticle oils on soon. It's just that I had to dehydrate so they look extra dry. But anyway, you can always fill in this area rather than using the line art brush. You can always fill it in using a line art brush that's not from the gel liner. So because that's much thinner, you want to just kind of fill in those spaces with the liner brush rather than using the gel liner brush. So again, I go in with a base and then I go in with a glitter. And the only thing I can say is don't paint next to the line that you just draw in case you make a mistake. You want to go as far out as you can, not too far out, because you don't want the size to be extremely different than the other. But like, see how I'm not actually touching the line that I just draw? So you want to leave wiggle room to make mistakes and to fill in. So just go just a little bit above that line. Take your time, go super slow, go in sections, and then you can fill in the rest of that empty space with a thinner line art brush, thereby reducing the chance of you making a mistake. So it's a very long process. It takes time, and I definitely need more practice because obviously, my lines won't be 100% perfect. But if you are trying to do this kind of line work, I would definitely recommend to go slower. This entire design, by the way, took me a few hours to do, and this is just one hand. So I am super happy the way that it turned out. I actually think that it looks a bit more Valentine-y and lovey than it does anti. But I did add the FU in the center, so that's and the XO at the bottom, like FU, love you, XOXO. So I do hope that you enjoyed this little tutorial of these anti-Valentine sets. I hope you go and check Brandi's video out. Be sure to subscribe and follow her on Instagram as well. Let me know down in the comment section what you thought of this design, and I will see you in the next video.